So when you think about your style and your personality, how are you able to improve this self-awareness? Well, there's a myriad of ways you can go about it. Some are very sophisticated. You could ask feedback on a 360 multi-rater assessment tool. You could ask your boss or your coworkers or your friends to say, this is how I experience being with you, working with you, living with you, interacting with you. Now that's pretty sophisticated, but you could also have very simple tools within your reach. For example, you could ask other people, what's it like working with me, living with me? Am I easy to work with? Do you get enough information from me? Do you need something that you're not getting from me? Do we meet often enough? Are we meeting too often? Do you need a little bit more space to make your own decisions, or should I help you structure those decisions? It is very simple to ask somebody a question, what's it like working with me? And as you get the information, you build your self-awareness, which enables you to make better decisions about how to choose the behaviors that you want to get to effective leadership. So that's how you improve your self-awareness. And you will understand that your personality may be fixed, and a lot of the theorists think that we are fixed in our personality. It's kind of set at birth. Even if that is true, you still have choices about how you behave, how often you speak up, what kind of questions you ask, how much you push or are assertive or directive. So these are all ways that your self-awareness can help you make better choices in your behaviors. Now let's talk about where you are, because sometimes the context will change, and what might be a very effective style in one context would be really ineffective in another style or another context. So for example, think about the culture of the group that you're working within. Now this might be your family or your relationship with your significant other. This could be your community. This could be your workplace. If the culture that you're in is very collaborative and working together is very valued, but your personality style is really directive and trying to tell people what to do because you think that's a good way to get things done, that style will not be effective with everybody in that situation. If you're working in a very hierarchical structure and people are expecting you to tell them what can be done, and your style is more collaborative, well, that probably won't be very effective in that circumstance either. Sometimes cultures happen within organizations. Also, sometimes those organizations are playing out in a background of a regional culture or context or country. And so many times, to be effective, we must also look at the larger context of where we are, who we're working with, what the environment is like, to choose our behaviors to be effective in leadership. So what is possible if we learn to be self-aware and make choices about which behaviors we use? Well, if you want to be a happier and more productive person, and you want to enable the people around you to lead happier and more productive lives, then getting to know them and having them get to know you, then appreciating what is good about their style and what about your style contributes, you will find that people who feel valued and appreciated will oftentimes help get you and the entire group to the end place, to the results, and to the success that you want. So enjoy the process of learning about your own style and how that's playing out. Best wishes in being an effective leader.